I started my writing business back in 2014. And as your internet elder, I'm here to report that 2014 was a simpler time for writers. TikTok hadn't wrecked the internet and our attention spans with all that short form content and reels. And Elon Musk, he was spending his days building Solar City and not trolling the woke left on X or Twitter or whatever they're calling it these days. And my inbox wasn't stuffed full of pitches from AI developers hawking a ChatGPT port and over-promising cha-ching affiliate commissions. You see, back in 2014, I started a writing blog on WordPress as a fun side project. And when I wasn't playing Fallout, I wrote blog posts and tinkered with the latest SEO tools so I could get traffic for my site. I did all of this around the margins of a day job. I was also working as an in-house copywriter for a British SaaS or software as a service company. I wrote about why business owners should ditch Microsoft Excel for accounting software. Fun times. And fun fact, when I started my business, I ditched spreadsheets but for an accountant. All of that said, I learned on the day job how to write copy or words that sell. Profitable times, and I'd need those skills later on for my writing business. I didn't realize I'd actually started a writing business until 2016. I got all of this web traffic and I somehow stumbled into the world of display advertising and affiliate marketing. It didn't happen overnight, but money from my side gig or my writing blog outpaced my salary from my copywriting job. And even then, I didn't march into my boss's office and declare I quit until 2020. I've always been the last person to turn up at a party. That's probably because I got burned years before that. I tried to launch a freelance writing career with no clients, no savings, and no business plan. Not something I recommend. This time around, I ticked off all of these boxes before leaving a good job to work at my writing business full time. And even then, my writing business has yo-yoed since I said I quit. These days, I write newsletters, YouTube scripts, and blog posts for 2 or 3 hours every morning. And I spend my afternoons helping members of my Pro Writers Only community and also working with clients. But running a full-time writing business isn't always easy. And earning a living from writing in 2024 versus 2014, well, some days it feels like I'm fighting in a war for attention. Mine and my ideal clients. And I sometimes miss working with a big team. But I could never go back into the hellscape that is a fluorescent lit glass office. And I'd rather rub lemons in my eyes and spend an afternoon sitting through hours of bland PowerPoint presentations over Microsoft Teams. If I were starting a writing business again today, I'd do these 3 things. And these are things I recommend to new writers who want to go pro. Start a daily newsletter. In 2014, an email list was the cornerstone of a profitable writing business. In 2024, an email list is the cornerstone of a profitable writing business. Now, I started my very first email list back in the day with MailChimp. MailChimp was free, and writers love free things. Plus, they'd cute monkey branding, but cute branding wasn't enough. I quickly found out that MailChimp prefers retail businesses and e-commerce stores over lone Irish bloggers. Today, ConvertKit is much better for writers and creators. They say so on their homepage. Whatever email marketing tool you're using, the best way to grow your list is to practice in public by writing daily emails. Write in public even if you think no one is reading your work. You might be surprised. A while ago, I remember a reader wrote in. He told me he'd read all my stuff, and he wanted me to know I wasn't writing into the void. He even went on to buy one of my workshops. Now, pressing publish regularly through your daily newsletter clarifies your thinking, no matter how small your list or audience when you get started. And it also forces you to cement a writing habit. You'll need that later on. And when a client asks, what do you write? You can always point to your back catalogue of published works or newsletters. I coached a writer on this exact strategy a while ago, and they recoiled from the thoughts of writing and sending that many emails. I get it. So if writing a daily newsletter sounds like the equivalent of deadlifting your body weight after spending the past few months binging on pizza and Friends reruns, start small. Warm up with a weekly newsletter. Like a novice weightlifter racking more plates on the barbell each week, gradually increase your publishing cadence. Now, after attracting readers to my newsletter, I'd create a service or offering, and I'd pitch it early and often. Otherwise, writing online is simply a hobby and not a business. And we're not in the business of treating writing like a hobby. The ConvertKit Creator Network helps writers grow their list organically without spending money on ads. You refer other newsletters and they refer you. A flywheel, if you will. And once your email list reaches a certain size, ConvertKit will hook you up with sponsors. And then you can get paid to write your daily newsletter. In fact, I get multiple emails from ConvertKit every month looking to hook me up with sponsors. More on that in a few moments. But before that, strategy number 2. Write on owned and earned platforms. Now you know why an email list is the cornerstone of a profitable writing business. Ideally, a personality-driven newsletter that you write for your ideal reader. You own that platform just like you own your website. These are all nice little insurance policies against the algo and our future AI overlords. Because they can take our reach and impressions and followers, but they can never take my email list. Now I love writing on owned platforms, and I've spent dozens of hours going through the owned platforms of big on-name writers using SEO tools like SEMrush. Alas, I'm a geeky outlier. Growing on an owned platform is much harder in 2024 than in 2014, even if you have rock solid SEO chops. Like it or not, a good chunk of your audience, of your ideal reader, is too busy swiping madly on Insta or TikTok instead of reading some immaculately crafted content on some random person's website from Ireland. So I'd also write and publish content every day on one or maybe two earned platforms. Platforms where I must earn people's attention and their best email address by writing and creating helpful content, and also by asking them explicitly to join my email list. Now, to find clients and bring money into my new writing business, I'd pick LinkedIn, and I'll explain why in a few moments. Next, connect with 5 to 10 potential clients per day. LinkedIn is hot right now for writers who want to find paying work and clients. But take care, because writing on social media, whether on LinkedIn or elsewhere, is like stepping onto a battleground. HustleX, for example, is full of entrepreneurs hawking their subscriber counts, Notion templates, and monthly recurring revenue stats. Kudos! But with all that social flexing, good luck reaching your followers, never mind pitching a service that people are actually going to buy from you. Good luck getting paid to write. And that's all before Elon decides to fire the other half of X or tweak the algo for some crazy vanity project. And yes, some writers I know, they're crushing it on Insta with text-based photos and heavily scripted reels. I even tried that for a while. You can find some of those reels on this channel. But focusing on short-form content wasn't for me. Spending hours writing short-form video scripts frazzle my brain and my attention span. Anyway, LinkedIn is hotter right now for creators, for writers, for you, if you can write valuable content and you have a relevant service that people can buy. And it's a great place to connect with people who've got money. It's the perfect network for building a profitable writing business. So I take content from my newsletter, I take my best ideas, and I'd rework them for LinkedIn, and I'd post on LinkedIn several times a week. If all of this sounds like too much, I'd use a tool like Taplio to write and schedule my content in advance, because being plugged into the grid 24/7 is a recipe for burnout. And if you need help with any of that, I've not one but 2 videos on this channel where I review Taplio, and I also explain how to get started writing on LinkedIn. Now that my publishing cadence is in place, I'd send connection requests to 5 to 10 people, potentially clients per day. I'd also ask my new LinkedIn connections to join my email list, and I'd pitch relevant clients in the DMs. That way, I could slowly grow my email list over time and transition from ghostwriting or freelance writing to selling, consulting, or some other type of service. So should you quit your day job to start a writing business like I did? Well, the merits of quitting a day job to launch a writing business depend on, well, life circumstances. You see, quitting a day job was a terrible choice for me when I was in my 20s, when I had a baby and a mortgage and no real business plan. And it could be a bad choice for you if you've lots of bills to pay and people depending on you. Quitting was a better choice for me when I was in my 30s, when I had a growing writing business, savings, and a plan. It could be a great choice for you if you have a financial cushion and if you're prepared to build several income streams for your writing business. And if you have loyal readers, i.e. newsletter subscribers. You see, it's easier than ever to succeed as a pro writer working online today. But only you can decide if you should side gig, if you should freelance, or if you should build a full-time writing business like I'm doing. And as great as it is, sometimes it feels like a grind. But war never changes. If you have questions about starting your writing business, ask me in the comment section below this video. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel because more subscribers helps the channel grow and we like growth around these parts.